Hello, my name is Abby Stoker, and wasn't supposed to do that yet. I'm from Mesa, Arizona. This is the Mesa Temple, so it represents where I'm from. I also grew up down. I grew up in Mesa. I grew up going to high school just across the street from the Mesa Temple, and we did like family pictures there. I got my endowments there. I actually got married there too, so it's a pretty good representation of where I'm from. I am a music ed major. I play cello as my main instrument. I love playing cello. Music is my life. Music was a hobby at one point, but I've had to pick up new hobbies since because now it is not just a hobby, it is literally my whole career. And it's a big reason as to why I want to be a teacher. I actually grew up my whole life wanting to be a teacher. And actually, on my mission, I learned even more about teaching, and I fell in love with it even more. I served in Utah, Salt Lake City. Behind her head, it says West. There's a W there. And then this is my first companionship that I had. I also served Spanish speaking. This is a different trio I was in, which is like, I was only in a trio like 2 times, so they both got in this video. And I love the language of Spanish. I love the cultures that are all involved in this language, and I loved my mission so much. I loved being able to teach people and being able to learn so much. This is another picture. This is actually me in the MTC, so this baby missionary. And fun facts with Abby, I actually met my husband in the MTC. He is the person right above me, right here. And you can see me, that way. So, what you can see now, quick back and forth, then, now, then, now. This is actually a year ago. We have been married for a year. Look at those cuties. He looks so happy in that picture. We got married around Christmas time, just after Christmas, actually. Excuse me. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze. And so, excuse me. Okay. And so we have been married for a year. This year was our first technical Christmas together, and we spent it here in Rexburg. That is also a picture to help introduce my dog, and her name is Honey. She's 2 years old. I love her to death. She's actually sitting at my feet right now. I've had her since she was 6 months. She was a stray in Arizona, and somebody found her, and they had too many dogs, so they couldn't keep her, and so we brought her home with us, and I brought her up to Rexburg. Love her to death. Nicknames for Honey include Crackhead and Velociraptor, because she's still a puppy and still has puppy habits. She really likes to steal my food. This is my family. I have 3 brothers and a sister-in-law and 2 nephews, so we are quite the bunch. Growing up with 3 brothers, I did learn to protect myself, but also was protected by them, so the fact that they actually approved of my husband was a miracle. And I love my nephews to death. They're so cute. This is my husband's family, or also my new family. I love them to death too. My husband has 1 sister, so it's my other sister-in-law, and then his parents. This is where we get into more about teaching. So this guy's name is Shinichi Suzuki. He's Japanese, so I have a hard time pronouncing his first name. But he created the Suzuki method. He wrote this book called Nurtured by Love. There's a few other books he wrote as well, but his main philosophy, which is the philosophy I currently implement and would force every other person to implement if I was the teaching queen, is that every child can. And I apply that to each and every one of my students. This is me completing book 3. I'm certified in up to 3 books. Well, Every Child Can, which is pre-Twinkle, and then book 1, 2, and 3 in Suzuki Method. And I'm planning on getting all 10 books certified. This picture represents a different kind of teaching that I also love and would force everybody to implement, which is the ORF method in music, which is basically that learning is play. So rather than having children sitting all of the time, they learn as they go. I know there's a lot of other people that also implement this in their methods, but specifically in music, it's ORF, O-R-F-F. This represents one of the hobbies that I've picked up since transferring my other hobby to my profession, which is crochet. I love to crochet. I love it so much. I've done a few things recently. I have a skirt. I'm making a blanket right now. So much fun. I also have picked up sourdough bread making. Love it to death. This is not my first loaf, but this is the first loaf that I was able to make in a Dutch oven. And that was actually earlier this week. So good. Unfortunately, doing all of these things with my wrist makes it really difficult and hard on my wrist. So recently I found out that I had a tear in a ligament in my wrist. So I had to get surgery to repair that so I can continue playing cello. User discretion is advised because the next photo is a photo of my scars and stitches. I don't remember. So close your eyes if you don't want to see that. This is after the stitches were taken out, actually. So I still have a little bit of scarring left, but it's healing up really great. So unfortunately, I will not be left with very many scars. Alright, the scar photo is gone. You can open your eyes. This is a quick photo of me and my husband. We're at the Dallas Temple. Something that I have loved doing since being married to him is everywhere we go, we try to visit a temple, whether we actually get to go inside, this one we did, or if we just go and see the temple grounds. And I love this tradition. I love the temple, and I love everything that God has given me. So I'm excited to continue this and more years of marriage with him. Nice to meet you all. Thank you for watching. Bye.